Okay, so the first thing when you're lacing your shoes is you're going to want to create a bar right here so that if you're injured, you'll be able to snip right through. So you'll take it, come from the outside to the inside, pull it tight, making that nice little bar referenced in your FTM. Then you're going to come right under left all the way up to the top. So you'll take your right one under, left one over the top, and you'll notice you'll just keep holding this one and then move it straight over to the next one. So you'll continue that all the way up until you get to the very top, and you should have these little eye loops. If you don't have eye loops, look at the low quarters and you'll see how to do what's called the X up at the top for this section right here. But so you're going to tightly lace it all the way up to the top, and then you're going to take your laces and tuck them in and get them out of sight. And that's how you're going to do your shoe display throughout field training. So next we'll move on to the low quarters. The low quarters, see you have that bar still, and then underneath here, you can see we're still going underneath, right, under, left, and you'll keep following that all the way to the top. And where you have the difference is up here at the top, you're going to go on the outside, creating that X right there. So see, that X is different from the rest of this. So for this one, you're also going to notice that you have your right going over your left. So how you're going to make that is you're going to go from the inside all the way to the outside of this next loop up. And then you're going to tuck them in and make sure your laces aren't visible. And that will be your shoe display. You'll also have a couple sets of running shoes. So you're going to lace those the same way, depending on if you have loops like this, or if you just have base laces like this. If you have them like this, you'll do the X. If you have them like this, you'll just do the loops, and you can't really see that X. With that, you're also going to have your running shoes. When they're on display, you'll want to have one pair that's loosely laced so that you can slip them on quickly in case of emergencies. So that'll be the end of the shoe display. So next we'll go into folding. So we have towels over here. So whenever you're folding your towel, this will be like a regular bath towel. You're gonna have your laundry tag. You can reference your laundry tag section in the FTM. You're gonna have that in the middle of the short side of these towels. So after that, you're gonna take it and you're going to face it, and your laundry tag is gonna be face down and to the right side of the towel. You're gonna fold it up once, then twice. Then you're just going to roll it from left to right. So with these rolls, you want to get them as tight as possible, and you want to try to keep these lines down the side here so that they look nice and neat and standardized. So after you have a nice neat roll like that, what you'll probably want to do is you'll want to flatten it out a little, get it nice and even, and then you should be able to just place it and it'll stay like that. After that, washcloths are optional. I'd recommend them. As you can see, field training is a dirty place. So same thing, laundry tag down and to the right, and then you're just going to fold it left to right, and then bottom to top. And that's how you're gonna do your washcloths. So that's all for that section. Next we'll move into the actual clothing items. So we're going to start with the socks. So especially ABU socks, it's important to get them lined up as much as possible. And then you're gonna create about a 2-inch offset here at the top from the bottom to the top sock. What that's gonna do is that's gonna allow you to fold it over on top of the sock. So then you're just gonna start here at the bottom, and you may want to put your heel down at the base to really stretch it out and get a nice good roll. Or you're gonna pull that out as much as you can and then create that nice tight roll like what we were doing with the towel. Adjusting as you need to. The more time you put into this, the cleaner it's going to look. And the more times you practice it, the better your final result will come out to. So once we get to the end of that first sock, we're gonna get that nice and even there on the sides. And then we're gonna take this excess, the 2 inches that we left, we're gonna pinch it down and we're gonna bring the rest around, covering the whole sock and making this little oval shape right here. So you want that to be nice and tight, and on the other side it has a little smiley face, which once you get to field training, you'll be told which orientation that you're gonna place that in. You'll do that with all your socks. So here's your athletic socks. A little more challenging because they're not as tight and thick, but you can still do it. You can still see how it works, following that same method. Once again, with those, it really just comes down to practice. So after that, we're gonna move into the shirt. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna place this face down. So I'm looking at the back right here, and then you're going to fold it away from you in half. Line up all of your corners. The cleaner you make it on this first fold, the better the rest of it will look as well. You may also want to lift it up, let gravity do the work, lay it back down, and clean it up. So I'd keep it, flatten it out. You're gonna fold the sleeves down, flatten it out, and then you're going to take the top part down one more time, smoothing everything out, and you're gonna roll from the bottom to the top. So same thing that we've been doing. Shirts are definitely easier than socks. Keep it as lined up as possible. And then you should have your end result. You're looking for that nice spiral right there and right there. That one, you want it to be as flat as possible and as clean as possible. So just practice that a lot. And then you'll see you have your Air Force logo on the top here. And then if you can place that down there on the bottom, it should stay and won't unfold itself whenever it's in your drawers at field training. So the last section here that we're going to talk about is going to be the shorts. With this is also going to be how you're going to fold all of your undergarments as well. So you'll just do some variant of this depending on what you have. So you're going to take the bottoms where the leg openings are, fold them up in half to meet the waistband. Make that nice clean line right there. Make sure that the leg openings aren't coming over the waistband. And you're gonna fold these excess on the side in to really box that off and make some straight lines. After that, and this part will take some practice, but you're gonna fold it into thirds. So you can do that however you like to. I like to fold once and then fold it. Make sure the waistband stays lined up and then fold it over again. But it comes down to preference. If you have a different way of folding thirds, go with that, whatever makes you comfortable. So then you can tighten all that up, tuck it in, because really you're just gonna have these in your drawer, a display. So make sure it looks good so that you pass all of your inspections. You can see this top part, we're gonna have this little C here. So right here, a single fold on one side and 2 folds on the other. And that's how you're gonna have all of these laid out for the shorts and the undergarments.
Okay, to fold a sports bra, you're gonna start with it face down. Make sure that the band at the bottom is even and in line. You're gonna take the straps, fold them from top to bottom, and line them up with this bottom band and make a straight line with the fabric at the top. And then you're gonna fold from left to right. and just make sure all the edges are even, and when you put it in the display, the fold is going to be on the left.